All right, how you guys doing? How you guys feeling out there? I just want to say, hey, Lisa Wilson, hey, Ron, hey, Toya, hey, Sunny. How you guys doing? I'm so glad that you guys can be here with me as we have a deep dive into this Chris Brown and his wife. I mean, Chris Stokes and his wife, because we still have not forgot. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Chris Stokes' wife, she is still missing. So if you guys could pray for her, because we know how these things end in Hollywood, just like Kim Porter with Diddy, and nobody cares. Nobody is talking about it because so many people are getting paid behind the scenes. And it's so sad that nobody cares to check on Chris Stokes' wife. What about his wife? Ex wife, that is. And the kids are being quiet. I tried talking to the kids, but the kids don't want to talk to me. And they are saying that kids been raised around Chris Stokes. So they take his morals and his values over what's really right. And it is such a sad situation to talk about, but I think we got to talk about it. How you guys doing? If you guys are not getting notifications, please put it in my comment section. You guys are not getting the notifications. You guys know I've been having issues with this channel for months. So I'm still in contact with them to try to fix my channel because it don't make no sense. But since I'm speaking a tea and I'm exposing the truth, I got people working overtime trying to silence my mouth. They don't want me to really tell y'all what's really going on in Hollywood because I know. Hey Carla, how you doing, sweetheart? How y'all doing? Did you guys get all the notifications? If you did, press 2. If you did not get the notification, please put in the comment section you did not get the notifications. All right. So did you guys remember? And I hate to bring this up, but I got to. Do you guys remember when Raz B, he came out here and he apologized to Chris Stokes? Do you guys remember that? Press 1 if you guys remember him apologizing to Chris Stokes. Didn't you think that was kind of weird that he all of a sudden he just going to apologize to Chris Stokes? Well, yeah. If you guys do not remember, let me bring this up here. This is a
So last
letter
night there was
right here. And he sends Chris Stokes an apology. It says, I don't let them demonetize for speaking the truth. I hope not. Okay, you didn't get the notification, please. All right, so please let me know. You're not getting the notification, so I'm going to screenshot it so I can see it right here. All right, you didn't get the notifications. All right, so here it is. It says, I'm gonna be made. I'm a made man. Here it goes. Truth to truth. Mature, grown. All right, and he says his real name, Demario. It says I was abused by my brother, my brother, and others. They all used and abused me like a rag doll. By the time my cousin took custody over me, I was a mess. All right. So he wanted to let you guys know, but not only did his cousin abuse him, which is Chris Stokes. Chris Stokes is his cousin, but he also said that his brothers, I was abused by my brother and the others. His whole family is a mess. And you wonder, where was Raz B father in all this? You wonder, where was Raz B mom in all this? Why wasn't his parents there to protect him? Because his parents were monsters too. His parents were nowhere to be found. I don't know if his parents had some sugar booger problems, but they are telling me all these boys in B2K, they come from struggling parents and their parents don't got it all. So Chris knew the type of boys to pick when it comes to B2K. Because when you look at Omarion's mom, she don't have it all. She's over there sleeping with boys in B2K. And that lets you know a lot when you have your own mother sleeping with underboys and sleeping with her sons friends. That is so disgusting. And had the nerve to sweep it under the rug, girl. She didn't want nobody to know about her sleeping with those boys, her son's friends. Isn't that a sad situation? Isn't that that's a misery? You two grown, and there's so many grown men in the world to have to seduce a little boy and have it to be your son's friend. And did you think about your kid? Did you think about your son? How would that make him feel? Did you think about people would say? Did you think about anything? No, because all of their parents are selfish, and they didn't care about their boys getting touched. They didn't care about their boys getting violated. As long as the money was coming in, they didn't mind. When you look at Raz B's situation, he said that his bros and his people that raised him messed him up. He was already abused. And I wonder, when he was abused, in what capacity was he abused? Do you guys understand and know what capacity he was abused in? I wonder, was it a type of abuse where it was, you know what I'm saying, had to do with something in the bedroom? Or was it some type of abuse where he got pots and pans hit upside his head? What type of abuse was it? We don't know, because he does not go into detail, but I'm going to assume it had to do with the bedroom, because he mentioned bros. So it could be a possible that whole family dealing with Chris Stokes and Raz B, their whole family deals with a lot of pedo zesty stuff, a lot of zesty pesty stuff goes on in that family, because his brother. Ain't that is a sad story to tell, isn't it? From your brothers touching on you down to your cousin touching on you. Who else can you run to? All right. But he knew, despite that, he knew it wasn't right. He knew what they was doing to him was not right. I'm looking in the comment section. Lola said Chris did it to Marcus Houston. Marcus was doing that to other boys. Yes, that's what they were saying. That's exactly what they were saying. So I brought this up because I know you guys like this Chris Stokes. So I was trying to see, did you guys still interested in it? Because I was gonna do something else, but I said, no, we're gonna stick on here. So going back to his mentions, he says, by the time my cousin took custody over me, which was Chris Stokes, I was a mess, and he was not my enemy. I focused all of my pain, frustration, and anger built up from my past. All right. So now he's excusing Chris Stokes. He's saying that, you know what? The trouble comes from my brothers abusing me and my past, and I took all of my past anger and I built it towards Chris Stokes. Now tell me this. Why all of a sudden he's changing his tune? We ain't never hear him talk about nothing like this. All of a sudden, out of all them years, he changing his tune. I know people say his story ain't never changed, but honey, his story changed when he came out and said to the world that he apologized to Chris Stokes. Okay. So I definitely believe that Chris Stokes paid him a good sum of money. I think he got paid off, just like that Christian Keys got paid off. Didn't Christian Keys say it was a big billionaire out here that was touching on him and touching on other boys, and he was going to expose them with receipts? But now he's quiet and nobody got nothing to say, and he's over there happy. So after this story comes out, next thing we know is Raz B. He's on a gay reality show, up there fighting and arguing with other gay men, honey. So, girl, I just don't know what to think of this. And I just want to let you guys know, what do you guys think about this? And for the most part, I want to know this too. Is this a topic that you guys were interested in? Is this a topic that you guys want to talk about? Or do y'all think I should have did that Nicki Minaj topic? Okay, that's what I really want to know. Press 5 if this is the topic you really wanted to talk about. Press 10 if you feel like I should have did that Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion topic. Press 15 if you feel like I should have did something personal. Okay, I should have just did something personal. Cause honey, I don't know what's going on with this channel, girl. Okay, I'm trying now. I'm trying. It's frustrating. It really is. So 5. Okay, so Toya said this is the story that she really wanted to talk about. So for you guys that really wanted to talk about this story, I'm going to ask you also if you guys can hit that link and come up here and talk to me about this situation so we can go more deep and dive and get a better understanding of this situation. So if you guys can hit that link, because I want to talk to you guys about it since you have interest in this topic. All right, Joyce says, wow, this is a mess. These young men were young to be able to be their sons. If it's not that serious, yeah, it is a mess. It is a mess. It's I don't know what type of mess they got going on here. It's all in the family. But I'm going to continue the letter. It says here, I focus all my pain, frustration, and anger built up from my past, and I took it out on my cousin, Chris Stokes. And I never understood why. Maybe because B2K broke up and he was no longer in my life. All right. So he says the reason why he had all that frustration, all that hate towards Chris Stokes was built up aggression from his brothers that abused him, okay? And he said the reason why he was mad at Chris Stokes and he took it out on Chris Stokes because B2K broke up and all of a sudden he was not, Chris Stokes was not interested in Raz B anymore. You know, he felt like, okay, so now the group broke up. This is my family. This is all I know. And now Chris Stokes, he gone elsewhere. And I tell you why, Raz B, the reason why Chris Stokes was not interested in you no more because you grown. He not into grown men. He into little boys. Okay, so y'all realize that too. A lot of these young people, older people into these young people, honey, once you get of age, they don't become interested in you no more. You are no longer interesting. They're gonna want another young thing that's underage. So they're gonna have to replace you with somebody else and they're gonna kick your butt to the dust and they're not gonna pay you no attention no more. Okay, that's how usually these type of operations are settled. He goes in to say maybe because B2K broke up and he was no longer in my life. Never my pain, he was my protector. All right, so he says that Chris Stokes was his protector. He said Chris Stokes was his peace. He said Chris Stokes was his friend. People like Steve and Terrible Something. I told him about the Ricky forcing me to something. Those are things I should have dealt with. Something. Monsters in my life. Chris was never that guy. He was never a monster. I remember why, blah, blah, blah. And I can't see everything because this lady right here is blocking it. But he definitely came out and he apologized to Chris Stokes. And as you guys can see
So
here,
last night there was a message, if you will, released from.
a lot of people were talking about it at a time about his apology to Chris Stokes. Okay. It says the reasons why Chris Brown apologized, why Raz B apologized, what really happened. And that's what a lot of people wanted to know. I mean, that was just 8 months ago, and we're still in shock that he apologized. But moving forward, and I'll come back to here if you guys want me to. This is some of the group members, as you see at the bottom. This is the whole B2K. And this is when they were young teen boys coming of age. And that guy in the corner right here, this is Chris Stokes. That is Raz B cousin, and he was over the group. And he had all these boys, B2K, messing around with each other. And I'm assuming he had them messing around each other so nobody can feel like one of them is straight so they can go tell. So y'all, nobody gonna tell because all of y'all was doing some gay stuff. Now, some of the groups, they are straight and they don't want to think about it and they don't want to talk about it. And that's their right. If they don't want to talk about a situation that happened to them in their life, you don't know how that's going to cause them harm or how that's going to affect them. And it's all about the victims at the end of the day. And people are saying, Raz B, you feel free to tell your truth, but just don't involve anybody else. Well, now Raz B is saying he's done with telling his truth. He said he wanted to be a rap. He wanted to be over with, that Chris Stokes was his protector, his friend, his confidant. And the reason why he blamed Chris Stokes because he was upset that the group broke up. Now, a lot of people did not believe that. A lot of people were not buying that, and that's why I and a lot of people feel that Chris Stokes must have bought him off. He must have gave him a big sum of money, like they're allegedly saying that Christian Keys, he was brought up too. So do you guys see a trend here where all these guys, they come out, they say something, next minute they're quiet and nobody's talking, and people are saying the reason why that is because people are being brought off. That money, that money, that money. I tell you, that's what people are saying. I'm not sure how true it is. But also, you guys know that we were looking for his fiance. If you guys did not know, Chris Stokes, ex-wife, she went missing. She the word that came out and she exposed and she said, yes, you guys, everything that you knew to be true is true about that man, was true about Chris Stokes. However, the next day she ended up disappearing and nobody can find her anymore.
So
So
you
I did a post here and I can review my post and we can react to it because I've been talking about these group of individuals. But I need you guys to help me with this. Make sure you guys hit that link and come up here and talk to me about this situation. All right. And like I said, are you guys all getting your notifications? If you're not getting notifications, please put in the comment section, I'm not getting notifications. How is she still missing? Well, she's still missing because we've been trying to look for her. Her page is gone where she posted information about Chris Stokes. Nobody cannot contact her. Her family is not saying anything. They can't find her. Her sons are not saying anything. Her kids ain't saying nothing because they said the kids are on the daddy side because he brainwashed them so much, and he got the money, and the kids were spending so much time with Chris Stokes. He kind of like brainwashed them to be against the mom, so they don't care. So she is still missing. Nobody don't know where she is. They wanna sit down and do interviews with her. They trying to figure out, but she's still missing. So people are speculating and said, well, is Chris Stokes, is he gonna do what he did to what's her name, Kim Porter? Is she on a run? Does she feel like she has to fear for her life? And I'm thinking maybe she feels like she have to fear for her life because didn't the other guy, it was another guy that Chris Stokes touched on, and he was about to write a tell-all book, but he got into a car accident and he passed away at age 38. Could you believe that? Yes, he passed away at age 38 by a car accident. Now, that's so young to pass away by a car accident. And people are saying Chris Stokes been watching his eye out on him because he's been running his mouth and talking too much, and he was ready to end him anyway. That is a conspiracy theories, but I have no way to back that up, so I can't claim that, but I can just say that's what things are going on in these streets, okay? So like I said, are y'all gonna hit that link up in here and talk to me about this? Or am I just gonna be up here by myself? Okay. So let's play this. I did this video a while back. However, what was this, 6 days ago? So let's play. Folks, boy, Andre, you thought you can get away with this, huh? Okay, great. I'm glad I got somebody here. Jerry Brown. It says devices is not connected. So if you guys, Jerry, if you can reconnect it so I can pull you up to talk to you about this, I appreciate it. Okay, there you go. How you doing, Jerry?
How you doing, Queen?
Good. I want to know your thoughts about all this.
Well, this is the music industry, so they're trying to keep everybody in the hush hush.
Got it. So what are your current thoughts about the wife missing, the ex-wife? Why is she missing? Where is she at?
Well, me, I don't really know, but anyway, I think she's trying to expose him, so he made her go missing or something.
Oh, you think he did it? Wow.
Yeah, of
How
course he got money.
where is he getting all this money from? He hasn't had a hit in years.
Maybe he saved the money, or maybe he made some investments after B2K.
Okay, he got a lot of money stashed on the side. So how do you think he's planned it out? Did you think he hired somebody to take her out or what?
Either he hired somebody or he did it himself.
Wow, you think he's that bold to do that himself?
I don't know. It's just that's what I'm thinking. Like you don't know
Wow.
what because she was trying to expose him, right?
Well, yeah, she didn't try. She did expose him. He said everything that you guys thought, that he's a pedo, he's down low. She said it's true. And when she
Well,
did say that, a lot of people were saying, well, you knew about it, Missy. How could you be with that man for all that time and you gave him all those kids and you did not know? Do you believe that she knew the things that was going on?
of course she knew. There's no
Really?
doubt in my yeah. There's no doubt in my head that she didn't know. She know. She was with him for the money.
Oh, wow. So now that the money ran out, and she don't have no money, she was going to do a tell-all to get some money.
Yeah, either she was gonna write a book or something. The same
Got
thing
it.
about Kim Porter.
Okay. So we're seeing another situation just like that rehappening. Just another situation rehappening. Wow, that's interesting. So, with all this being said, she is probably fine. Do you think that he really did something horrible to his ex-wife? Or do you think that he just paid her off? Like, here, I know you want this money, honey. I'm gonna give you millions and I want you to go bye-bye.
Maybe that, or maybe he paid some people to make her go missing. I don't know, something, because no one can find her. So
Got it. What else do
something
you have to
happened.
say about this? Anything else you have to say?
Now, you have a sexy voice, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I thought I
Yeah,
sounded like an old granny.
no, you don't sound like an old granny. It's like
Really?
don't listen to them haters.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I
Oh,
appreciate
thank
it.
you. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right. See, y'all say I sound like an old granny. All right. So back here, I want to play some of Messy's video. Check this out. Want to tell you, his wife is speaking out. She says she married him back in '04, and honey, she got a lot of stuff to tell. And she said that Chris is a pedo. He's been touching on their kids too. He goes around touching on kids, touching on, I think his specialty is boys, but he might not discriminate. He might be with girls too. Little boys, little girls. Be careful with your kids around Chris Stokes, honey. The wife is saying this. She says she's tired. She want to speak out. She says she witnessed him messing with kids and messing with her kids, and she ain't want to say nothing because he was so powerful, Chris. So do you guys really think that's true? This lady right here, if you guys don't know who this is Ruby May. No, I'm sorry, not Ruby. This is Judy. This is Big Mama Judy. I'm always at her YouTube channel, but sometimes I feature her on here. But I'm a big fan of Big Mama Judy. And Judy, she says that, you know, Chris, it's a possibility that he has been touching on his own kids. Now that's a big thing right there. That's assuming that's a lot. And I want to know, do you think it is possible? Do you think Chris Stokes, because he will mess with his own cousin, he would mess with his own relative? Is it possible that he would mess with his own sons and daughters? Press 5 if you think it is possible he would mess with his own sons and daughters. Press 10 if ain't no way. A cousin is one thing, but your own son and daughter, that's something else. What do you guys feel about that? Yeah, his wife is missing. We've been looking for her, and people have been looking for her, but she's nowhere to be found. So that's why people are so concerned, and not a lot of enough people is concerned because another Kim Porter could be happening right now. We see all this stuff with this Diddy play out, and it's more. When R. Kelly went to jail, he did warn us, and he says that he's not the only one. And Chris Stokes and R. Kelly, they knew each other. They worked together. Yeah, that is wild. So let's go here. And she was so in love, but now the love spell is over, honey, and she's ready to tell everything. But she's saying she want that money now. They looking for the highest bidder to do an interview. So if you got some money, you want to interview her, let her know so she can spill everything. Now, people are already saying, they said, well, Raz B already told us that he's messing with the boys. Yes, honey. All right, that's a commercial right there. So I want to put it down. And I'm going to allow the commercial to go past. But thank you, Jerry. If you guys can come up here and talk to me about this case, I really would appreciate that. He had Omarion being about him. He had Raz B be about him. He had all of Little Fizz and that J-Boog. They all bottoms too. And he had them messing with each other. That's what Raz B said a long time ago. And they say Ray J, he's in the mix too. Ray J get down with them. He was making them do it with Ray J. He was making them do it with the boys immature. All three of them, they was in cahoots. They had freak offs like Diddy. Like Diddy freak off parties, honey. They was doing them same thing with them B2K boys, some immature boys, Ray J, Bow Wow. And they said Omarion and Ray J was in a whole relationship, honey. That's why they was doing all the albums and stuff, girl. Honey, you ain't know about that? Allegedly, that's what I'm hearing. But honey, Chris Stokes' wife, ex-wife, wife, whatever, she's coming out and she's about to let it all out. And I'm going to be tuned for this. And anything she say, I'm going to have to tell y'all about it. A lot of people are saying, girl, you need to get on out of here. They say you need to get locked up too because you've been knowing this all this time. You've been sitting on this all this time. They say you ain't nothing like a Kelly. You just like Kelly Price, because Kelly Price says she's been up in a church and them gospel men singers have been a pedo too towards little boys, young man, 16, 12, 13, 14. Yes, they Eddie Long and the boys and men in church, girl. Kelly Price said she been knew that. She been sitting on that. Now she just want to come out. Now they don't want to put no names on it, honey. It's a sick world out here. Because these witnesses, honey, they bear witness to this and they're not speaking out about it. They could have saved a lot of boys from being about them. But no. Why? Because of that money and that fame. That's what it is. That's all it is, that money and that fame, honey. And girl, it is just a sick freak show right here. But honey, stay tuned to me because I'm sure going to let y'all know what's going on because everybody need to know this. Everybody need to know this, honey. Ooh, I tell you, 2024 is the year of exposing everybody coming down, okay? The truth shall be let you free. Comment, let us know what y'all think, and I'm out. And let me tell you one thing else. This is almost something like R. Kelly and Diddy. He ain't nothing but a R. Kelly and Diddy 2.0. Let's talk about it. Hey, Thomas Sana. How you doing? She donated $10. Love you. Thank you. Hey, beautiful family. I appreciate that. All right. Yes. So if you guys are not getting the notification, please hashtag you're not getting the notifications. I appreciate that. Now, R. Kelly, he was married, and you notice they all have wives, and they're all known to be straight men. Yes, you heard it, honey. They're all known to be heterosexual men, okay, especially back in the 90s. Diddy was known to be straight. R. Kelly known to be straight, and what's the other? Chris Stokes known to be straight, honey. Okay, had wives, kids, and everything, girl. Those be the. All right. So, do you guys want to talk about that for a little bit? What do you guys have to say about a lot of these men are down low men? A lot of these men are straight men. I mean, straight down low. In turn, it means the same thing with the labels. But these men all were identified and they identify themselves as heterosexual men. Okay. And they all have wives. So they all have wives. All these heterosexual identified men have wives and kids. All these heterosexual identifying men have wife and kids. All these sexual identifying men have wife and kids that is a pedo that like young boys and girls. Okay. So let that sink into your head. Okay. So what are y'all thoughts about that? So what do you think about it? Well, I've always known this to be true. So, what are my thoughts about it? My thoughts is wow. Okay, going with Chris Stokes. Okay, you okay, my first question is why they gotta have a wife? Why they gotta have a wife and kids? Why do they have to involve everybody else? That's my first thoughts. Okay, so my response to that is because society forces and pushes all boys and girls to get married and have kids. And I think y'all need to stop that shit. Okay, please, you can't force that on me. Y'all tried to force that on me. And thank God I did not do that. I'm so thankful I did not get married to a woman and have some kids like I was supposed to allegedly do, because that's what they've been forcing. And they were born back in the day. Okay. So they were definitely forcing that. And I think that mindset of feeling like this is what they had to do in order to be accepted in society, which they had to do in order to be accepted in society, but they still wanted to, I don't know. See, that pedo stuff is horrible. I cannot excuse that pedo stuff. And it's not like Chris Stokes, he want a grown man, because I've never heard him be with another grown man. Have you guys ever heard Chris Stokes ever being with another grown man? He don't like grown men. He like little boys. Okay, so that is a difference. And that's just crazy. And I guess that goes to show too, without it being gay or zesty, but just straight men that like women, they are pedos too. Straight men that like women and only women that are married to women, a lot of those are pedos too. And when I think about those men, why did they get married? Did they get married to hide that they are pedo? Did they get married to hide the fact that they really like kids, but they got a grown up? So you think I don't know. Did they have kids just so they can get close with other kids? I don't know the mindset of these pedos. I don't knowledgeably, I don't know no pedo to have an interview to ask, like, why would you do that? What makes you think that? Okay. So let's continue on. Ones that be after these boys. Those be the ones, honey. Girl, it is a mess because when you look at R. Kelly, he had all those young girls and those young boys all up in his place, had them as prisoners up in there doing the ungodful thing. Thank God for Tasha K, because if it wasn't for Tasha K, his butt would not be up in a jail cell now, honey. Okay, she's exposing it all. And a lot of people are still upset that R. Kelly is in jail for messing with all those kids. He should be. That's horrible. That's a pedo. But you know what? Let's talk about this too. A lot of people back in those days in the 90s, honey, in the early 2000s, it was normalized. It was not, you shouldn't do it, but it was normalized for these young girls and boys to be dating older men. I mean, all right, so let's talk about that a little bit. That it was normalized for a lot of young girls and boys to be dating older men. Tom Sonata donated $5. Thank you, baby. She said, "Poor Justin." Yeah, ain't that sad? And I want to know: have you guys ever in high school? Did you guys date older men? Press 1 if you have. Press 2 if you have not. And uh, was this country found on pedos? Back in the day, it was legalized for these pedos to run the world. A lot of these, it was law that pedos could be with young people. You know, a lot of y'all great grandfathers was pedos. Okay, when you think about it. All right, so we got one person say yeah. Yeah, okay, so it's only one. It was only one of you guys out here in these streets that talk to older guys. Well, I guess they're pedos too, you know? They are pedos too. It's just a lot. About 15, 16-year-olds, which are kids, okay? They're kids dating 20-year-olds, 21, 24s, and all that, honey. You know that ain't nothing but some pedo stick stuff right there. But it was normalized back in the day. And some of y'all could attest to it too. And y'all need to start calling y'all predators out too, honey. Okay, this is the time. And it's it's the same thing, honestly. Because they said Chris Stokes, the wife said Chris Stokes is out here. He was out here messing with those boys, okay? And I'm sure it was some girls too. I'm not sure because, you know, a lot of times they do like both. Okay, so girl. All right, so Miss Jackson says this. She says, you know what? Yes. When I was 16 years old, I dated a guy that was 22. I look back now and it was very wrong. Yeah, it was very wrong. And he was a pedo. You know, times have changed. But you know, he would definitely be classified as a pedo because you're a child at 16 years old and he's too grown. He should be with another grown person, not no 16-year-old that still have not graduated high school yet. What do y'all think about that? Just out there, and you know they big business music people. So they use music. Oh, you want to get to an industry? Oh, you really want it? How bad do you want it? Well, can you bend over for me? Can you take this off? Can you? So Judy talks about the industry and how the industry will use what they want, their dreams. Like you want to be a singer. Well, if you want to be a singer, then you have to do X, Y, and Z. And they get these naive, hungry for fame kids, and their parents is not supervising them. So these kids end up getting tricked into doing other things that they didn't want to do. And these older people that's in this industry is just taking advantage. You know, they're using their job to seduce people to get what they want out of them, and that's wrong. But people been doing that type of stuff for a long time, since the beginning of time, ever since, and it's wrong. Take that off. Next thing lead to another, putting stuff in people drinks, making them do stuff. And I also heard this, honey, that with the B2K, he was messing with all of them. Had them messing with each other, girl. Okay, so it's like a gang. You know how gang initiation, how they might want you to do a crime in a gang, so you can be one of them. So you can't tell on them because you incriminate yourself too. Well, honey, that's what they're doing with these butt buddies or these pedo stuff. Because you know this is some crazy stuff out here. He had all of them messing with all of them. I heard Ray J, he was in the mix. Bow Wow was in the mix. I mean, it was a lot of them that was in the mix. Wow, Bow Wow. Did you guys hear anything about Bow Wow in the mix? Press 5 if you guys think that Judy is right. Press 5. Did you guys hear anything about Bow Wow? And can we do some looking, searching? Did you hear anything about Bow Wow? And I'm not saying that Bow Wow is a predator or a pedo or nothing like that. But the fact that was Bow Wow messing around with other men, and if it is, that's his business. I'm not trying to out him. I'm just asking a question. Let me see this. I remember him and B. Scott got into it. So this was 14 years ago, and this was viral. So do you guys mind if we go? Come on, B. Scott.
I know it's been a while and you miss me. Yeah. And before I say anything, I have to address this. Dr. Boogie, darling, boogied all over this head. See, I was in New York for a couple of months when I called now my extended vacation in NYC. But now I'm back in LA. And when you relocate, Love Muffins, you have to switch it up. You have to give people something new. Love it. Hold on, I gotta make it right. Hold on. And you gotta put on a little lip moisturizer. But anyway, I am back in LA, and you love muffins have been twittering me, emailing me, saying, B. Scott, have you heard what little Bow Wow has been talking about? He's been talking about the gays. When will people understand that you cannot talk about the gays and there will be no repercussions? There will be repercussions, my darling. So little Bow Wow in a live chat, I guess he was feeling his little self and things. He was saying at one time he went to the barbershop and he noticed that the barber was gay. And he turned around because he did not want that barber to touch the top of his head. And I want to say to you, little T, little Bow Wow, why on earth would we be mad about them touching the top of your head when they done touch everything else?
And oops, how you doing? How you doing? Where my fan at? What? She said, honey, Bow Wow didn't want no gay barber touching his head. Okay, I guess he feel like he's gonna be gay if a gay barber touches his head. That is so ignorant. Hell, it's a lot of people gay that go to a straight barber and they don't turn straight. Okay, just ignorance. But honey, B. Scott said that and this was back in the day, that Bow Wow been getting touched on by other men, honey.
Don't do it.
And did y'all hear about Jermaine Dupri had Bow Wow busting his ankles? Am I the only one that heard that? Let me call somebody. Did y'all hear that? Press 1 if you heard that. Press 2 if you did not. Did y'all hear that? I want to call somebody and see if they're available. Hold on. Because I heard it from somewhere. I know I heard that from somewhere. Give me 1 second. Did y'all hear that? Huh. Okay, Thomasana. Hey, donated $5. Don't forget the curl toe. Oh. Hello? Hey, you busy? Okay, good. Okay, I'm doing a live. You feel like getting on? Remember you was telling me about that Jermaine and Bow Wow. Bow Wow, Jermaine, JD. You remember you told me that? I heard that. I know. Can you tell my people what you heard? Okay, hold on. Let me put you on. Hey, now tell them what you heard about Bow Wow.
This was just what I heard. You know, they have it on different little, whatever that is on Facebook, and different little stuff, but I don't know if that's true or not. Allegedly, they were talking about Bow Wow. Jermaine Dupri was messing with Bow Wow when he was young.
Yeah, just like they say Diddy was messing with Usher.
Yeah, they did say that. Yeah, and then he used to sleep in the bed. Usher was 12 years old, sleeping in the bed with Usher. And then they said they believe something went on.
Now, why was he 12 sleeping with Usher when they got all them rooms and all them beds?
I don't know. He even slipped up and said it when they had an interview. Diddy was drinking and he was high, and he slipped up and said it. And they've been showing it on Facebook and on different websites. And he said it to Kevin Hart. Yeah, he sure did. He slipped up, admitted it, and said it.
Wow.
He sure did.
Now, what you think about that?
I don't know. It's so much stuff. It's so much stuff to be said and all this stuff. I don't know if this stuff true or not, but it's so much where too many people saying the same thing. But to me, it's like P. Diddy bodyguard or whoever that is saying all this stuff too. Well, if you knew all that stuff was going on, you just as bad. If you knew he was doing all this stuff, they even say he was messing with what is that other boy name? This the white boy that Usher had.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, they said that's why he be taking a lot of drugs and losing his mind, going crazy, how they did him or whatever. And they was talking about how if you want to stay in the limelight, and if you want to be famous and everything, and if you want your records to sell and all that, you know, you would have to go to bed with these men and stuff. It's horrible. It's just like P. Diddy, how they had him. He was going, they were talking about how that man, that Whitney Houston, Clive Davis was going to bed with P. Diddy. I'm telling you, all that stuff is, it's just sad. You never know what these people would do, and it's sad in the predicament they in to make money, to make records. It's so sad. And then those was children, those was kids, and it's sad. It's so sad. It's just like with T.D. Jakes, what they were saying, he pick out them poor kids, you know, them poor young men at his church, you know, where he can help out their mom, and the ones don't have a dad in the family. And they said he was preying on children like that. I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, all their ass gonna burn in hell. All their ass. Now they coming out with this other man. What is this other man? He was messing with what's that boy? Tevin Campbell. I can't think of that man's name. Oh, God.
Quincy Jones?
Quincy Jones. Yeah. It's all, and you know, and I say, no way all this stuff is lies. You know, it's some of this stuff is true. Some of it has some truth to it. But the only thing I can say is allegedly, you know, it's so sad. But more and more people coming out with more and more stuff. More and more stuff. Like they was talking about this guy saying all this stuff about Tyler Perry. He's not saying his name, but all of it is leading up to Tyler Perry. But he didn't come out actually and say Tyler Perry's name. But then they were saying this is the year 2024. This is the year where they're going to come out with all kind of stuff on people, and they're going to have proof too. Could you imagine? These is our black people that we look up to, like our black leaders. And then that other lady, she knew it was true. It hurt her to her heart. She knew her husband, Dwayne, was having sex with Will Smith. She knew her husband was on the down low. You know, it's so much going on. So much going on. It's like if you want to do that, hey, fine. But leave people, children alone. If you two grown adults and want to do this, that's y'all stuff. Two women want to do it, that's fine. Two men want to do it, that's fine. But when you want to rape these children or mess with these children, shame on you. You're wrong now. And then if you got a wife at home and you want to be with a man, you're wrong. Just come out the closet, be yourself, and be with that man. It's wrong when you hurting other people. It's dead wrong. It's just like what's her name? She left her husband for for a woman, and her husband said he was in love with her and he didn't want her to leave, but she left her husband and married that woman, that Niecy Nash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she came out. She talking about she had to be herself and she had to be honest. You know, so she ain't never was in love with no woman or wanted no woman, but she fell in love with that woman and left her husband for that woman. Ain't that something? So what the hell is going on? You know? But then again, she did her husband a favor, because why would you steal her husband? I look at it like this. I wouldn't want that woman to still be with me and be my wife if she having feelings for, you know, that ain't going to work. If she having feelings for a woman, or if she has feelings for a man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This damn world is turning upside down.
Well,
you don't know what to believe.
Did you hear about Chris Stokes?
I've been hearing about how he was messing with them boys in that group.
B2K.
He was messing with those kids. He sure was. And that boy came out and told it. And when he came out and told it, it seemed like that's why a lot of them kids and different people don't want to come out. against these people, because when they do come out against these people, they give them a hard way to go, or they don't want to believe them. You know, it's just like Taraji. Well, this ain't like ain't nobody messing with her, nothing like that. But it's just like how she came out and was saying how she was treated. She can't believe, you know, like Oprah Winfrey with that movie and all that with The Color Purple, and how they wasn't feeding them, and the money that she had to fight for, and the money that they offer her. It was a joke. A rich woman like Oprah Winfrey, and it just shows you where they say that lady, by she doing Taraji like that, it shows you that that lady, what is her name, was a lion.
Monique.
Yeah, it just shows you she wasn't lying about Oprah and Tyler Perry and that other man. Shocked shit ain't came out about him. Yep, Lee Daniels.
Yeah, he date white men. He don't like blacks. Yeah, he got a white man. That's why you ain't hear nothing come out. He don't deal with blacks.
Oh, okay. But it's sad though. It's really, really sad. They said so much stuff gonna be coming out on these people.
Yeah, well, Chris Stokes' wife came out and she said everything was true. His ex-wife, she said everything was true. And then the next day she ended up missing.
Yeah.
And they still looking for her.
And then you don't know what Kim lady, whatever.
Kim Porter.
Yeah, you don't know what she be on. You don't know what she don't say it. You don't know what's on them tapes. But that lady, that other girl, she turned it over to the FBI. And don't think this stuff is just over with. They just wait. See, them people, they'll sit back and wait. They'll just sit there and wait. And believe me, they don't gather all kind of evidence. They're going to come out. Oh, my God. Wouldn't that be something? He's involved in had her murdered.
Yeah, that's what they saying. And did you ever hear this? That Steve Harvey and Diddy got something going on?
Well, see, Steve Harvey ain't no fool. He know what time it was with Diddy. And then gonna have his daughter. That ain't his real daughter. No way we gonna have that girl involved with Diddy.
They said that Steve was messing with his stepdaughter, Lori, and had her out there like a whore. They say he ain't
knew
never.
What type of man Diddy was. He knew what type of man.
Yeah, they say he ain't
Diddy
never
was.
treat his real daughters good or his real kids.
And then he's so crazy about Lori because she's pretty. But his other daughters, they looking like horses and mules in the damn face. Ugly ass twins. They look like straight up horses and mules. I ain't lying.
They take from him.
They sure do. And he had that squashed about Marjorie. Him, all that when she was dealing with them dope men and all that, and what she was doing, he had to have that stuff shut up and squashed. But that stuff, I'm telling you, that stuff is not made up. A lot of that stuff they saying and stuff is true. For real, for real. It's so sad. Sad.
Well, what do you think about this? 8 months ago, I was telling them that Raz B came out and he apologized to Chris Stokes. And he said that his brothers damaged him and his brothers abused him when he was a kid before Chris Stokes had full custody over him. And he said that Chris Stokes is a good guy. He's his protector, and he was just mad because the B2K group that broke up, and he was not spending no more time with Chris Stokes, so he was just mad. Do you buy that? What you think?
They got to him. They got to him. That shit a lie. That's true about Chris Stokes. I believe that. I really do believe that.
Mm-hmm.
That kid was telling the truth. A lot of those men are pedophiles, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing
Pedos.
what they do to try to, well, if you want to be famous, you got to do this. Won't nobody never know. And then what they do, they go to them parties, they put shit in their drinks and stuff, and they get be high, and they don't know what they be doing. Yeah, a lot of them be passed out. While they passed out, they strip them down naked and have them in the bed with different men doing different things, you know, with them or whatever. And when they come to, they show them what they did, and they be devastated when they the one really did it. And then they're just like, ain't no turning back. We gonna show everybody. It's sad. This shit is really, really true. That's why I say you better know what you're doing when you talking about getting in Hollywood or being a star. And you better read that fine line when you talking about signing them papers. Because that fine print at the bottom. Because if you decide you don't want to be with them no more, their company no more, the record company, and you don't sign, and they be owning your ass for 10 years, 5 years, 6 years, you can't sign up with nobody else. Unless you get out their contract. And sometime to get out that contract, you got to sleep with them or do something very horrible or disrespectful. I'm telling you, that Hollywood life is something else. It's something else. It ain't all what it's cracked up to be, baby. You better know what you're doing. That's why a lot of them stars come out, no, but they don't want their kids going in there. They don't want their kids being a singer or a rapper and all this and that, whatever. Because they know a lot of them people are dirty and shady. That's so sad.
Thomasina donated $2. Thank you. She says allegedly giving them kids the bumps.
Allegedly, yeah. And I don't know if that shit too a lot, so you gotta say allegedly. But too much of all this stuff don't went on. Too much. Too much. I'm telling you. Too much. But it's gonna come out. This gonna be the year, I'm telling you, watch and see. Y'all gonna say it. Y'all gonna say y'all heard it.
Well, who you think they're gonna expose next?
Huh.
Who you think they're gonna expose next?
Watch and see. This year is the year where all this shit gonna come out. Sure enough, that you gonna have proof. You gonna see it and everything. It's gonna come out with Quincy Jones, Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry, P. Diddy, what's that? What's that other? The pastor,
T.D. Jakes.
Yeah, this stuff. Yeah, yes, I'm telling you, and it's hurtful. I like T.D. Jakes. What he doing his personal business, I don't care. That's him. Between him and his wife, his family, or whatever. Yes, can he preach the word? Yeah, he can preach the word, but that don't mean he's doing what the word say. But he can preach the word and bring that word. He know the word. Hell, the devil knew the word. He know the word. And he was still crooked. You know? He was over the choir. He was an angel. He know the word better than anybody. But was he devilish and crooked and try to turn the people against God and take over heaven? Yes. You know, but it's sad. It's the day and time we live in. And it's all about that money. All about this money. You know, it's sad.
They said, what about Jamie Foxx?
I don't know. Jamie Foxx knew a lot of that shit was going on. I don't believe he was messing with no men or no boys or no kids, but he knew that shit was going on. And I believe that's why Jamie Foxx, they tried to kill him. Whatever they did to him, tried to kill him. And that Illuminati shit, it is true. I believe that Illuminati stuff is true.
Well, let's
and
not
you
say.
do. And to keep your ass in there, you have to sacrifice somebody to be rich and to be famous. Isn't that something? You be like, all of a sudden, how did they get so big? How did they get so high? Sacrificing your loved ones, letting a motherfucker kill your mama, kill your daughter, kill your brother, kill your husband. Like I believe John Travolta sacrificed his wife for that Illuminati shit. I do. That's my personal belief. I'm saying, it's not. I don't know if it's true. It's a lot. You don't know what to believe. All this shit going on. That's for real. Wow. Wow. But this is going to be the year. Watch to see. All this shit going to come out. People are going to be hurt. They're going to be devastated. Because they really look up to these people, love these people. But they got to remember, these people is normal, just like me and you. Anybody else, the only thing, they got all this money. They have problems. They probably have problems worse than we do. They trying to hold on to what they got. Got to do any and everything to stay on top. Constantly. Yes, Lord. All kind of shit gonna come out on people. Yeah. People you wouldn't even suspect. Like Michael Jackson. They lied on him. I don't believe he's messing with them kids. They lied on him. Set him up good. Yeah. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. But too many people are saying that about that P. Diddy.
All right. Well, I thank you. I'm going to hit you back later. I love you, Auntie.
Okay, love you too, boo.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, y'all. That was my auntie. Her opinions do not reflect on mine. Okay. In my family, we all got our different beliefs and stuff. I don't believe in the Illumi and stuff like that. But she does, Everybody got their own thing. All right, so I was going back here. I wanted to visit B. Scott because he was blasting Bow Wow as a homosexual back in the day. Okay.
Show some love, my dear. It's always the ones that are making the biggest noise about the gays that should and are suspect, my darlings. Love muffins, especially my female love muffins. When will you understand? It's always the ones that always got.
All right, so that's Soulja Boy, and Nicki Minaj exposed Soulja Boy. Did Nicki Minaj say that Soulja Boy like men? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember Nicki Minaj exposing Soulja Boy? And Soulja Boy, he stay hitting on those women. And you would think Bow Wow would not want to associate with Soulja Boy because he hit on women. But no, they don't care about another man hitting on a woman, but they care about another man being gay. They would not associate you if you outly gay. If you down low gay, then they associate. But if you out gay, then no. But if you beat on women and everybody know you beating on women, they still associate because they don't care about men beating on women. They don't care about people beating on women, but they care about that man being with another man.
Negative say that secretly want to get with someone like me. And okay, let's say this. Let's talk about this. Why does people, when they're on the bottom, they have to then start making this type of noise and things? You think gays are easy targets? Just a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, your new album sold 28,000 copies, little Bow Wow. So therefore, you need the straights, the gays, lions, and tigers, and bears. Oh my, you need everybody to be buying that album. And gays, let me tell you this. Because I know that you, my fellow gays and things, made up the large majority of that 28,000 records he sold because we are loyal people. Go and return that. Better yet, go and do it the happy dance, own them CDs, break the CDs, return them, burn them, wipe your booty with them. And as if that's not enough, darling, I have evidence. Exhibit A.
Yeah, he kind of sassy up in here in these comments. I mean, he real sassy. Oh my goodness. Wow.
In that clip, Bow Wow was popping and shaking as if he was in slow motion, baby. And did you notice who was over on the side? Omarion. He was defending his little boo-boo.
All right, well, that was Clay's Cole. So I want to see what people are saying about. Who is that? Okay, it says, why is he talking like Earth the Kid? Okay, thanks for getting him together. He was cracking up. Hold on. Okay. All right, so Tom Sonata donated $2. Thank you. Little Nas X is out of control, a whole mess. Okay. So going back here, you know, Bow Wow was mentioned. Tiny, yes, he had his own freak offs going on, and it's so crazy. And they also had said, did y'all hear this? Raz B was with he had the same experience as this other singer. And did you know he died at 38, girl? Yeah, it's another boy singer. But honey, he was gone in a car accident. Now, some people are saying that he was about to write a book, and that's all right. So I believe Judy is talking about what was the boy name? What was his name? Chris Stokes. Chris Stokes. Let me see. Was it Chris Stokes? Chris Stokes, boy, passed away. Boy, Chris Stokes. I believe this is him. Okay, yeah, so this video came up.
Sexuality? I can tell you that I'm gay, but I don't know if he's gay. I know he likes little boys. And
he talking about Chris Stokes, and you know, he passed away. He's dead. Ain't that crazy? The person that's here on the video camera, he's gone now.
Hey, that makes you something.
Do you think that the experience that happened with Chris Stokes caused you to change your sexuality?
No. Growing up, I always knew I was different. I always knew there was something different about me. Even when I dated girls.
Change his sexuality to what? That's what I would have said. What changed my? And she would have said straight. I said, well, who said I was straight? Whoever said I came out straight? Huh? So I wanted to look up here as well. Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston did horrible things to that guy. I don't know if I want to hear this story. Tells Marcus Houston made him. Nah, I don't want to hear that. That's too graphic. Raz B telling his truth about. That's too graphic too. The curious case of Chris Stokes. Boy, I tell you. Oh, it's a lot going on. I'm just looking down here at all what a lot of people have to say about this. Quindon tells his story. So he's been telling his story for a minute.
Shortly, because that video, what is he doing now? You know, because he just like disappeared, but he really had.
So this is the guy that was talking. He's dead now. You see that guy with the well, all of them got shades on, but this was when they were kids, and I guess this is a group immature. And yeah, so during this time while they was up here performing, Chris Stokes was doing some horrible things. Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston was doing horrible things to that guy. Ain't that crazy?
Talent. So doing a little, of course, I click on his page, see what he got going on now, you know, because I'll be lurking.
So this was 5 years ago. I guess this is when he was alive. So I don't know. I think he just left. Okay, I'm not listening to that. I guess he left this earth like really soon, like recently. What wife? Man, oh man. Is that you? Okay, I can't play this. I gotta go down. But yeah, I'm just scrolling through, just seeing what's out here. I ain't. This.
So we got Chris, and their page was one that was struck.
Oh no, I ain't gonna listen to her. All right, so yeah, I'll just play a little bit of this so you guys can know who that guy is.
It was, I want to say 1998.
Look at this picture. Did y'all see this picture? This is Chris Stokes. Chris Stokes look young. How old was Chris Stokes at this time? Don't Chris Stokes look young? How old was Chris Stokes? Look like he in his 20s, right? Like he in his 20s. So wow, he's in his young 20s or mid 20s doing all this. He did all that stuff while he was 20. Child, what am I doing with my life? He had that big old group, B2K, doing all that at a very early age. I don't know why when I think of Chris Stokes, I'm always thinking that he old. I mean, even though when he was doing that, he's not old, but in my mind, he's old because he's way older than me. But now looking back at him, I'm like, wow. Because I guess I've never looked at him as a 20-year-old. I can look at him now as a 20-year-old because I'm older now. So when I look at these pictures, I'm like, wow, I didn't recognize it, you know, have a different perspective versus looking at this picture when I'm a kid. How do I become a moderator? By calling in and talking about this tea more often.
I had spoken to a young lady in the group, girl, on that. I just know I was working on my second album. Okay. And I was in LA and I was, you know, reaching out to them, trying to figure out what's up, when it's the studio time, what's going on, you know. Nobody's answering the phone. Right. Nobody's picking up, and then when they pick up, they would hang up. And I'm just like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I called Taz. Right. And she answers and she's like, the boys don't want to talk to you. Chris Stokes is mad and they don't want to work with you no more. You're telling lies, you're spreading rumors. I said, no, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling facts. Right. And she was like, well, we need to have a meeting. I'm going to come pick you up. My mother and I were at Connie's house at that time. And she came and picked me up in a silver, she picked me up in the silver Prowler that she had. And we went to a restaurant in LA called M&M's, Soul Food. And we talked and she.
So I guess this was a time where he, I guess, exposed Chris Brown and they didn't want to be associated with him anymore.
What happened? Because I told, you know, this girl was my best friend at the time in the group, girl. Right. And, you know, she had confided into another girl, another group member and girl named Jamila. Okay. And not Jamila from 702. Okay. But Jamila in the group, girl. Okay. And I guess she went back and told, you know, Chris and the boys and all that. But I guess they got upset and they were hysterical because I finally leaked it to somebody.
Okay, you finally
So
told.
they got scared probably that, okay, the shit's finna hit the fan now.
Okay.
It's some stuff finna go down.
They was trying to get rid of you before anything came.
Exactly.
Okay.
Hence why there became immediate sabotage.
And separation.
Immediately. She said I was lying.
When she asked
Taz told me that at the M&M's, she told me I was lying.
After she asked you to tell her what happened?
And I'm explaining to her that this dude has a mole on his testicle.
Right.
It's the testicle and penis or testicle, one of them. He has a mole down there.
Right, you know.
And I know for a fact.
Right.
How you gonna tell me I'm lying and then I'm telling you what's going on and then I start telling her other stuff that was going on?
Do he have any kind of marks down there?
He has a mole.
Oh, so we're not talking about Chris Stokes, we're talking about Marcus.
Marcus Houston has a mole down there, and I think.
Okay, we don't need to know you know what I mean.
And what it was is to cover their ass real quick.
Yeah.
To get this kid completely away from us. Why else would you completely dismiss me?
Right, I know. And when I was researching, he was saying like, "Oh, I got rid of him because he was fat. He had no talent."
Let me ask you this. If I was so fat, and that's why you got rid of me, if you truly wanted me to be a successful artist, why didn't you hire me a trainer? Right. Why didn't you hire me someone to help me to lose the weight?
Right.
If you really,
that's him.
Wanted to see success in me.
Right.
That's a lie. I had no talent. Put me next to any male artist that you have ever signed today. I'll kill them. I will stand flat-footed and kill them and still sing my songs in my original key. Okay. And I'm not trying to be cocky. You can mix me with the lies.
I mean, because it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. You've appeared in Romeo and Juliet. You sold over how many records? Albums, 4 million?
Yes, 4 million albums worldwide. Went to Australia, was presented with a plaque.
Oh, that's nice. Do you guys remember him as an artist? I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I guess I don't know where I was at in life. But do you guys remember him as an artist? If you was his fan, press 8 if that was your boy. You know, you was a fan of his.
Love Me in Australia was just there last June.
I couldn't tell you a song he did, but he sold 4 million. Congratulations. I ain't trying to take nothing away from him. I don't know him.
Received with open arms to the point that I bent over and I was crying.
Okay, that's a success.
Can you elaborate to me on how Chris Stokes was allegedly involved in your child sex abuse?
Okay, don't want to go. We already know he did what he did.
And you were saying y'all stayed in hotel rooms. But now I see you keep saying Chris's room. So did y'all have a house by this time?
He had a house.
Oh, he had a house.
I didn't have, that was not my house. I would stay there. Okay. But when I met Chris, they lived in the Universal Hilton and the Universal Sheraton, and they were driving rental cars. After I was signed, next thing I knew, I flew out, and he was staying in Studio City. The house that I think You Got Served was filmed in.
Oh,
he was staying, one. Yeah, he was staying there and had a brand new Lexus SUV.
And Mature lived here. This house was owned by my cousin Chris Stokes. Right here. This house right here.
This the house, y'all.
Right. 4114. That's the house. Dang, that's crazy. All the times I used to come over here to see my cousin, and my brother was living here, I didn't even know what was going on in that house. Oh man, this window right here to the right. That was, as soon as you walk in, the window to the right was
Isn't that Raz B brother? And didn't Raz B say his brothers was messing with him and touching on him too?
Chris had the white room, the white carpet with the white piano. Yeah, this is the house where this is the house where my brother was violated, man. He was stating that this is where everything happened, where Marcus Houston molested him.
I mean, do you think that he could have used some of your money to get that?
Had to have. How do you go from hotels and rental cars to house in Studio City in a Lexus SUV?
Right. Look.
Come on now.
Look.
Like Mr. T, y'all pity the fool.
Well, now, that same man that he's accusing did that to him. You know, he's married now with kids, girl. What y'all think about that? Huh? What do y'all think about that? Let me see. Marcus. Damn, what's his name? Marcus. Okay, Marcus Houston. He got 8.2 million followers, y'all. He got a lot of followers. He's coming out with new music. Check that out. 22 minutes ago, he got new music, girl. He got new music, living his best life. So this is him, and he's married now with kids. She's so beautiful. He got a beautiful wife, I will say that. But allegedly, you know, he essayed a lot of boys. Ain't that something? But they are trying to say that Marcus, he changed his life around. He got saved, and he don't live that life anymore. And he's on a good foot, and he's straight with his girlfriend, his wife. So that's what they're alleging now, you know. What do y'all think? Okay, Black Winter, you want to know some hot topics, huh? Well, tomorrow I do some hot topics, but I was just trying to circle the block around. But tomorrow I would just do all hot topics, anything that's very trending. I was trying to try something new today. We're just circling the block. I tell you. Well, let's go back here. Got him off here. And that sounds more logical to me, because just like they did with Kim Porter, she was about to write that book, and what did Diddy do? Got her out of here. And they're saying that's the same thing with Chris Stokes. It was a boy singer. I forgot his name. Started with a Q. He was about to write a book. He was at 38 years old, honey. And before he had the chance to get that book out, honey, he was gone in a car accident. And you know they can set a car accident up because they know where you're going, where your house is, where you're coming from. They know your car. They know how to and make it seem like it's real. You know they got hitmen they hire and stuff, you know, to make it seem like an accident. So he won't be talking. Girl, it is a sad day out here. And they said that same boy was doing what Raz B was doing, being a bottom. And they had a whole audience. Chris Stokes was watching. All the B2K boys was watching and everything. And I guess they was taking turns, honey. It's all on the internet, honey. Just go look for it. You'll see it. It's sad how they got this stuff going on. And I'm assuming R. Kelly, he was doing that same thing. Remember, R. Kelly, he had those girls watching each other and doing stuff to each other. And he had hit on one girl, like hit her real bad in front of the other girls to discipline the other one, honey. Yeah, that's how it was. And this is the last generation, early generation. I know y'all always want to talk about this new generation, honey, but it can't compare to these older people. What these men, older people, older generation was doing, honey, these young folks, I'm glad they ain't doing that, okay? Hey, Tommy Siana, Tommy Siana donated $5. Thank you for the love of you and the family. Come hit that button. Please hit that like button, you guys. Y'all know I'm struggling over here. Thank you, boo. Thank you. Somebody see me. Ooh, it is a shame. And let's talk about Diddy. Because, you know, Diddy, they said he didn't have Usher and all them young boys, you know, turning them to doing different stuff. But they all got wives now. They all got kids and stuff, you know, so they appear as straight. And that's just what it is. As long as you appear as straight and you do the zest behind closed doors, you know it is what it is. But I'm sure the LGBT community rather have y'all out here in the front lines, you know, protesting and you know, letting everybody know, hey, this is my life and this is my truth, and I can make it. I'm a gay rapper and I'm successful. I'm a gay R&B. That, you know how many LGBT people that would help, you know, but you're selfish. You know, you want to do all this wicked stuff and be with little boys and turning people out when all you want to do is just be with another man. And I know society have hurt y'all so bad, okay? And honey, just be with a man. Just be with a man and you won't have to be bothered with all this nonsense that y'all got going on. Girl, it is a lot. And did you guys hear that? I forgot to mention. They are also saying, Cat Williams is saying this, that Ludacris is gay. Yes, he's zesty and he's been in a relationship with Quincy Jones, girl. I don't know how true it is, but if you go on the internet, honey, it's everywhere. Ludacris and Quincy Jones has something going on. And they saying that's why Ludacris, honey, he got all those good acting roles and stuff, because Ludacris wasn't known as no rapper. I didn't think he can talk. I mean, no actor. I didn't think he can talk. He was known as just a rapper, honey. But honey, he done switched over the game. He's into acting and doing all that stuff. And honey, they said that he had to be a bottom too. Yes, that he had to bust them ankles down. And let's talk about Christian Keys. Why he's so quiet all of a sudden? They said that, honey, Tyler then gave him a big old payout and he's living his best life. Did you guys hear about that, honey? And you know, Christian Keys, didn't he come out here talking about all these men? Tyler Perry is paying all these men $100,000 this, $100,000 that to bust them ankles and have it his way. And that's why all those fine men be up in those plays or movies and they can't act, but they busting their elbows and ankles for Tyler, honey. Christian Keys told us all, he ain't put a name on it, but we know who he was talking about, honey. They said now Christian Keys, he's on boats with men, gay men, zesty men. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but honey, they said he was already gay because he's fine. He don't got no wife. Come on now. Come on, put two and two together, child. Honey, well, anyway, Christian Keys said don't bother him. It was a lot of reporters that were asking, can we get an update? What's going on? Are you going to put the recorder? Christian Keys said, kisses. Okay, he said, don't bother him. He said, don't worry about it. He prayed about it. He gave it to God, and God told him that he's going to allow his will to be done. He said God told him God gonna get revenge. Okay, so he said, don't y'all worry about it, honey. And he pretty much told the people, kiss his behind. Now, mind you, these are the same people that he was using to weaponize against Tyler to get that money, honey. He got that Tyler. He used y'all as weapons. He got the money. Now he's hushed. So people are alluding. They're like, well, with this Chris Stokes' wife, why all of a sudden she coming out? And what does she want? She wants some money, because this is how it goes. They come out, the redness say something, then the person sees it on the internet, they pay them hush money, and then they're quiet. It's just a play. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to threaten, I'm going to tell everything, and then you're going to pay them some hush money. And they said Cassie is the start of this. Cassie started it. Now Christian Keys, now they're saying homegirl, Chris Stokes' wife, ex-wife, honey, and people are saying, girl, you should get locked up too, because you knew all along. You seen this stuff, you heard the rumors, and you just sat back. I mean, these rumors been going on since 20 years ago, sweetheart. But honey, I don't know, maybe she was scared. You never know what people got on people. You know, you don't know how that brain works. And I don't know, was she messing with boys too? Was she getting boys inside the house, seducing them with her body parts? Because just like Diddy, honey, they are saying that Chris Stokes gets off with watching his wife get plowed by other men. Yes, and these men, they love it. They love to see their wives getting plowed down by other men because they fantasize. They be thinking, oh, I wish I was her, getting dogged out. They get a fine man they pay, like them escort mans, to pound their wife, and they looking at that man pound their wife and just wishing he was his wife getting piled down. He's be living through her. while getting the power down, honey. Okay. And it makes him want to adore her even more, buy her different stuff, and just love on her. Because, stuff that he won't do, like he might not want to be a bottom, but he'll live his bottom fantasy through other people, because it might hurt for him, or he just may not want to go, but they will live their fantasy through other people. I guess they call them voyeurs or some stuff like that, honey. But honey, she ain't no different. Just like they say, R. Kelly wife Drea, she claims she ain't know what's going on. How could you not? And y'all are Christians. Y'all all pray. Y'all don't have discernment. You don't know your husband. How your husband messing with all these kids? What's wrong with your kid? Your husband being around all these kids. You don't think that's an alert, honey? They are blind willingly. Okay, they are blind willingly, and they know they can play a victim card and get away with it. Girl, I don't buy none of that. I believe they knew. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, child. What do y'all think about all this? All this is coming out tomorrow. I'm going to do a live about this because I want to hear. All right, Thomasina. Hey, Thomasina. Thomasina loved me so much, and I love her for loving me. Thank you so much. Donated $5. Yes. All right, so it says Jay-Z gonna be next. Aaliyah and Tia Marie and Foxy Brown. That's why Beyonce didn't want her on the label no more. She knew Jay-Z were into Tia Marie. What? Wow. And where's Tia Marie now? Don't she owe 50 Cent some money? It'd be nice if Jay-Z would have paid her debt, but that's too good to be true. You guys have to say, and I want to dig up some more stuff to see what else here. And we got to talk about that DL pastor. His wife bust up into the church, girl. Yes, okay, and confronted the wife, and everybody's blaming the girls. And I'm going to tell you why they are blaming these women, especially when it comes to church and religion. Women always get the blame, and I'm going to tell you guys why. All right, and I'm going to let y'all know. So people wanted to know, I guess, why do women get the blame? Were they blaming women in this situation when it comes to the church? Or was I talking about the other situation? I don't know, but I can talk about a little bit. Why do they blame women in church? I think it had to do with that down low pastor, and then the pregnant lady came into the house, to the church, the side chick, and people were blaming the women, or she was attacking the woman. Well, I think a lot of times when it comes to religion, we have always been taught that, women are Jezebel. Women that dress a certain way are Jezebels, and they produce a certain spirit of lust that tries to get the man flesh to be weak. And, growing up, it was always the woman's fault for everything. Women carry so much responsibility in the church, and men is always seen as like, how can I say it? Like he is the most valuable in religion. Men are more valuable than women, and that's just how they go about it. So they feel like women should always play their place. And when a woman gets out of hand, everything just get out of order. If a woman comes into church and she's dressing all seductive and talking all seductive, they would say she caused that man to fornicate. And they don't put the responsibility on that man for controlling his flesh, to be having, control of his flesh, So I think that's just traditional. They always point the finger at a woman, why you doing this? Why you doing that? If the woman got a husband and her husband is cheating, they'll look at the woman and say, well, what you doing? You must not be doing X, Y, and Z, else your husband won't be out here cheating. You need to do something else for your husband. You need to cook more for your husband. You need to clean for more. You need to do something for your husband if you want to keep him, and not realizing that it's the husband's fault. He has to be in control. Back in the day, if a husband was with a woman and she could not bear kids, they will blame the woman. Okay, the woman, you must have been cursed. You did something in the past, or your parents did something horrible, and you paying for their sins, and that's why you can't give birth. Or if you can't give your husband a son, there's something wrong with you. So women in the past have always was the problem, and people always point fingers, especially in the church and religion. So that's just how a lot of things were. However, things are changing, okay, and hopefully they're changing for the best. All right. So anything else? So tomorrow, do you guys want me to continue to talk about Chris Stokes, and who else did I talk about today? Who else did I talk about today? I gotta look on this site. I talked about Martell. Do you guys want me to continue to talk about Martell and Chris Stokes tomorrow? Press 2 or press 4 if you want me to get to hot topics. Whatever is hot and trendy, you need to talk about that. Press 8 if I should stay on hot trendies. Press 4 if you want me to circle the block again for Martell or Chris Stokes. 4 for circling the block, 8 for trendy hot topics. Okay. All right. I know I did I switch up the numbers? Okay, 8 for trendy topics. Okay. 4 for circling the block. Circling the block. All right, so I think most people are saying 8, okay? And the reason why I only circled the block here, well, one person said 4, is because I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure out why my views so low. So I was like, well, you know what? Maybe if I constantly do the same topic, maybe it go higher. But nah, that ain't work either. I don't know. It's just something wrong with this channel. I think I'm getting more access and more attention on other channels that I just started up. That it's something weird with this channel, man. They doing something weird with these channels, I tell you. All right. And do you guys want me to do any personal videos on here? You know how I used to do those long videos about the transition stuff? Do you guys want me to do any of those videos this weekend? Press 100 if you're interested and you want me to do one of them transgender experience stories stuff like I used to do a little bit. Or nah, let's just keep it hot gossip here. Okay. And ain't that something? I started off because I wanted to do skits, and I never got a chance to do the skits. Okay. I never got the chance to do skits. Okay. Thomas Sonata said 100, honey. So I got to do that this weekend. I got in contact with my prom date. I can go to her. I got my uncle. I got my brother on call. I got another friend of mine on call. I got a few people on call I can call to talk to. But I'm probably going to get my prom date. I've been knowing this girl since I was in 5th grade, y'all. Can you believe that? I've been knowing her since I was in 5th grade. Do you hear me? And yeah, she took me to her prom. Okay. Wouldn't that be something? I love the trans stories of your transformation. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Nicole Harris donated $5. Thank you, Nicole. It said, it's every R&B singer, Cassie. Is there any straight R&B singers? Nikki was born in 1982. Megan 1995. What the F should she be Megan's mentor? That would be nice, but unfortunately, everybody want to beef. Everybody want to do drama. Everybody want to beef. And just to let you guys know, my other backup channels that I do stuff on. Well, let me see. Big Mama Judy. Big Mama Judy. So when I go to Big Mama Judy, she does a lot of short videos. So only over here, come out, congratulations. Hey, Big Mama got 1,000 views. Come on, Big Mama. Come on, Big Mama. Big Mama. Can y'all give it up for Big Mama Judy for reaching 1,000 subscribers? Look, yesterday she did 10K. Big Mama Judy did 10K with only 1,000 subscribers. Did y'all catch it? Listen, she only got 1,000 subscribers. She did 10K. Honey, I'm struggling to get 10K and I got all these subscribers. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? But I'm not hating on Big Judy. Big Judy, congratulations. So if you guys don't know, this is Big Judy's YouTube channel. And she does like short videos or whatever. And if you guys want me to play a few, I will. But yeah, she's getting her foot in. And let me tell you something else about Judy. Judy is really working out. Even though Judy did not work out here on the Messy Sweet Spot, I tried to give you guys Judy here, but you guys felt like I was forcing her on you. So I kind of took her away and I did her own thing with it. TikTok. Okay, is that TikTok? Okay. So I'm gonna go here and we're gonna go to the Messy Sweet Spot TikTok, and I need to rechange this. I'm thinking about rechanging the name to Big Mama Judy because that's her name, Big Mama Judy. Look at this. 5,000 followers, you guys. Big Mama Judy has 5,000 followers. Congratulations. See, on this channel, when I came out with Big Mama Judy, a lot of people did not like her and they felt like no. But let me tell you, hold on. Look, right over here, we just went viral. 101 views, 107,000 views. I can't even reach that over here. Okay. And she got 5,000 followers, child. Okay. Then, hold on. What else we got? We got 1.3 million. Y'all see that 1.3 million? Big Mama Judy, honey. Okay. Then what a big number's at? What a big number's at? We got 385 views. So go ahead, Big Mama. Big Mama Judy. Judy was hated. Yeah, on the Messy Sweet Spot, I tried to bring Big Mama Judy here, but she got rejected here. People hated her here. So I kind of just said, okay, maybe not for this audience. I got to go somewhere else. So I know a lot of people are talking about that Nicki Minaj situation. So I recreated Gossip Girl. So any of these channels, you guys, I would love to have your support, of course. All right. I would love to have your support. If I go to Gossip Girl XOXO 22, I go here and here it is. So Gossip Girl XOXO 22, I did a upload video, but I might do a live tonight since my yesterday live went pretty good. I might do a live tonight about it over there on that channel. So this is some of the Nicki audio that just came out.
Off the phone with Kelsey. You know what? Here's the thing. Of course, I know the normal paid.
Okay, I know y'all don't want to hear that slow talking woman. Okay, but I may do some stuff with her tonight. Why is she talking like that? Right. Okay, yeah, so I might do a live over there tonight. Over there, look, you guys, we got 10,000 subscribers over there at Gossip Girl XOXO 22. All right, I've been had this channel, but I haven't really did anything with this channel, so I'm trying to rebuild this channel up a little bit by doing different content. But you guys know the Messy Sweet Spot here is my baby. And it's been so hard and challenging these recent times, pushing my channel right now. I don't know what's going on with it. Feel like it's a curse over this channel for whatever reason. That's why it's important. I'm like, please, you guys, if y'all not getting notifications, please put in the comment section, hey, I'm not getting your notifications, okay? Because I don't know what they doing, but they doing something to me. Okay. But I appreciate you guys being here. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. And I'm definitely got to put my face out here. Okay. So we can have a good time. But I hope my channel is working right. Okay. I hope it's working right. All right. So I would do some more hot topics tomorrow. I love you guys. And I see you guys sooner than later. DJ, where you at, DJ?